Right. Thank you all for coming and waiting. We're the last group, so you don't have much longer to wait. My name's Matt, and this is the Upstage dev team. With me is Zach, Cece, Ellen, and Shirley. And we've been working really hard over the past week to make what we think is a really awesome app, and we're really excited to show you.
So the idea that I pitched last week was to solve a problem that I had late last year. I went on a trip to the UK and the US, and big music fan, so I wanted to check out some concerts while I was traveling. It was really hard to decide what to see because there's lots of stuff in London and San Francisco. So I went to Songkick and see tickets, loads of sites, and built myself some Spotify playlists. But it was just a really manual process. It was a real pain. So I just really wanted to be able to just go to a city, find out what's playing, and make a Spotify playlist straight from there. So that's what we tried to build. Shirley's going to demonstrate this now for us, so she's going to talk through how the application works.
Okay, so I am Ellen. I'm very happy to found this app. And so let's get started by clicking on the login button, and says okay for us to grab your email and hijack your Spotify account. Yeah. So you can choose a popular city from the list, and also you could just key in the Wellington and search for that city. So that generates a list of locations from the Songkick API, and you can also filter by dates. So let's say I want to see concert or dates from the dates of 22nd until 30th, and then these are the dates of artists performing at that location, and you could click on each of them, and their top tracks get added to the playlist. So click on the create button, and that gets all the tracks sent to the Spotify, and the playlist is created. And if you would like to check out more information about a date, you just click on the info button, and that takes you to the website on Songkick, and you can buy tickets. And hit that lookout button, and that takes you to our homepage.
So in terms of roles, from previous group projects, we learned that it's a really good idea to give each team member a specific role. So Zach is a fun master. It would be like 3 p.m. we've been coding. He'd be like, everyone stop and let's play a game. Eat an orange and a piece of bread, and then run from there to there in the shortest time. It was kind of traumatizing for all of us. Alan was a game master. He had to merge so many pull requests. People working on different files, like server size, and he had to make sure they all in one file work together as a final thing, which was quite challenging. So Shirley is a Scrum Master. She would make sure we stand up every hour or so and check in with everyone so that if anyone had issue, it wouldn't go unnoticed for too long. So we're constantly improving on how we can work better together as a team. I was a Progress Master, so I would make sure everyone's not stuck on one task for too long. It's like 2 hours. I'll be like, do you need help? Do you want to go work on something else? And then finally, Matt was a Counselor Master. So if he saw anyone seem upset, he'd be like, hey, how are you doing? How are you feeling? And if he seen like anyone like Alan and Zach, if they look so burned out because they stayed up until 2 a.m. the night before, he'd be like, no, you go take a nap. Or like, you go home and drink a beer, that's it. Despite I think Sal being sick for 2 days, he made sure we were all mentally and physically well during the process.
So while we were quite excited about building the final product, ultimately the goal of this was learning. So we went into this looking to deepen our understanding of the client-side technologies that we've been working on throughout this course, which are React and Redux. And we also wanted to work on hitting external APIs, so getting information from the 2 key sites, which were Spotify and Songkick.
So, to say the least, we had a pretty rough start to the week. Originally, our application was called Gigify, and luckily, on the first day of research, Shirley came across a Gigify account on GitHub that did pretty much the same thing as what we were already planning on doing. Thankfully, the functionality is worse, and it didn't fit the criteria of what we wanted to build as developers, and we thought we could do it better. And so we renamed to Upstage and powered on through and started our research on how we could better what they had made already.
Okay, so we ran that it would take weeks to get the API key from the SoundKit. So after a series of begging on the Twitter and email, we managed to grab the key on the very next day, which is very good news to us. And so we jumped into doing the research on the SoundKit and the API, and then we also started to write design documentation for that. So to build our app, we use a list of technologies, Node.js, React, Redux, and for the material UI, we use it to make our website looks good with a unison style. And also for testing, we use Travis, CLI, Supertest, Enzyme, Xenon. And yeah, this is our passing. We got a passing green badge for the previous CI. And this is our list of passing tests. 48, I think. 48 passing tests.
So after doing a lot of research on Spotify and some of the APIs, we decided we need to start joining them up, which led to Saturday afternoon, which we have dubbed Async Hell. We had a bit of a bad time making them all talk to each other, and things were rendering before things had been returned from another API, and we'd all slept. Well, I'd slept really badly since Matt was still sick. Shirley and I had a very bad afternoon on Saturday trying to get through it. So Matt sent us all home, which was good. And I went home, did a lot of research on promises and actually doing async properly. Came in the next day and we nailed it. I went through, did a session with everybody, explained how I thought we can solve it, and things just started to click into place after that, which is really, really good. So it took a while, but I think, yeah, that's the main thing I've got at this, how async can be awesome, but also a bit pain.
So there were 5 of us who had different ideas, tastes, and working styles. So it was actually a big challenge for us to learn how to work together. So some things we learned, i.e. me, is that when you don't like something, instead of saying, it's terrible, I don't like it, you should try to learn to be more sensitive to other team members. At the end of the day, if you can't even get your point across, it doesn't matter what your idea was. And some of us realize that sometimes when someone criticizes your idea, it's not personal, so they learn to listen to the idea before defending it. And some of us wanted to get their hands on everything, so in the end, they just got so burned out while other people didn't have anything to do. So they learned to trust other teammates with tasks. So we definitely all learned a lot about working in a team from this experience.
So we learned the hard way about the importance of continuous planning rather than just one big chunk of it at the start. There was a part of our website which showed the events, and I started that out as a very simple bit of code. I added a little bit and then a little bit, and everyone else started adding a little bit to it as well, until it ended up in what Harrison appropriately dubbed a spaghetti mess of code. And so after we'd finished our whole project and we thought we got the MVP and we thought we were in the clear and we're just doing styling, we decided we just wanted to tidy it up a bit. And that ended up taking us 18 hours after we thought we'd already finished. Yeah, so we definitely learned plan all the time.
So we all had a great time working on this, and we think we're going to work on it further. We found some bugs, which we've not ironed out yet, so we'll work through those and do more polishing. We really wanted to do a mobile-friendly design, but as Zach said, Redux took precedent yesterday. Anyone in the cohort who saw us yesterday will testify to. So we want to get a mobile-friendly design. We feel that the site will be good on a mobile. It kind of seems a natural place for it rather than being stuck in the browser. I've got a cool idea about using it for festivals. Some of you go to music festivals. It'd be awesome to build a Spotify playlist and then work out who you want to see, rather than having clashes and stuff, which is an absolute nightmare.
So we'd like to thank ourselves and each other for being so supportive, and JD, Harrison, and Paul for giving us so much support technically and emotionally, and our fellow classmates who were so generous when we asked for help on anything. And lastly, friends and family who put up with us for the past week when we went home grumpy, hungry, angry, and just didn't do any chores.
So yeah, huge thank you for listening to us this evening. If you're interested, please feel free to visit upstage.heroicreate.com. It's fully functional. Feel free to utilize it and experience the discovery of new music. Thank you.
questions?
It's more a statement actually. Josh told me how you guys came across Gigify and that was your name because I thought it was quite cool. And then he told me about your new name of Upstage and I was like, that's just genius. So congrats on like fundamentally starting off on a really great foot.
I'm really interested to hear more about the team process. It sounded like you all worked really closely together. And did I hear right that you did stand up every hour to make sure that it stuck with it?
Yeah, every 19 minutes. Because we found it 1 hour, it kind of gets in the way when you are in the flow of coding.
Sure.
Yeah.
It involved a lot of our work was done through loose pairing. So it would be once you finish your task, instead of just fully taking on the task of your own, you'll kind of do a lap and see if anyone needed help or if just an extra set of eyes could pay like complete dividends. And it worked out really well for us to kind of reach the MVP a lot sooner than we kind of thought.
Did you kind of figure that out as you went, or was it something you?
Yeah, it was kind of like
organic.
Yeah, it just kind of came about. It was we didn't set out any guidelines or anything. If anyone needed help, you kind of just went over and did your best.
Really great to hear about your challenges and overcoming them. Was there like a beautiful team moment that you shared together?
Most team weren't here. On Sunday morning, Zach and I were here, and I kind of figured out some of the async stuff. And I said to Zach, I'll look and see if we can get the artist tiles rendering properly. And I thought it would take me an hour or two after the Saturday of hell, and it took me 10 minutes, which was awesome. And then Zach, yeah. We were pretty chuffed. I was pretty chuffed. I was with you, but it felt really good. Like, sorry. Somewhere else.
I think once that first playlist came through, that was the big one for me.
Yeah, having like Spotify, the modal pop up of then you could play it in browser. It was just like such a satisfying thing to see that we could deliver someone music and they could see it straight away and they could experience it like just then and there. I think that was like just an awesome moment.
Oh, great job.